Rashid Kidwai, author, political commentator, in the studio with us, consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai. We are also joined by R.K. Upadhyay, political analyst and columnist. Rajdeep, let's begin with you. The Congress, fresh out of a big win in Karnataka, has a number of elections lined up, especially where the Hindi heartland is concerned. What do you think is going to be the Congress poll strategy?
I think what is very clear, Preeti, after Karnataka is that the Congress believes that they have a far better chance in state elections possibly than the Lok Sabha. The Congress recognizes that the more you localize the election, the more you empower local units, the more you have a clear strategy that is state-specific, constituency-specific, you have a better chance than making the election Modi versus Rahul. That is very clear. And you are going to see that in state after state which is going to the polls in the winter. The sense one gets is that the Congress has recognized the benefits of hyper-localizing the elections, offering state-specific promises, capitalizing where possible, as in Karnataka, on anti-incumbency by targeting the state government, not necessarily targeting the Modi government, not necessarily pitching the Gandhis as the focus, but giving those local state leaders greater empowerment than whether it's a Bhupesh Baghel in Chhattisgarh, a Kamal Nath in Madhya Pradesh, or indeed an Ashok Gehlot. And nothing to my mind represents what's transformed in the last couple of months than Mr. Gehlot. If you see the manner in which Ashok Gehlot appears to have almost reinvented himself, Preeti, in an election where most analysts are saying the Congress is on the back foot. Most analysts believe that in Rajasthan the Congress is facing.
But Rajdeep, the new internal surveys of the Congress has suddenly pitched Ashok Gehlot, what was flagging at one point of time, as a popular leader now. You know
what Ashok Gehlot has done? What was Ashok Gehlot's weakness? He was just not an effective communicator. So when you have schemes like the Chiranjeevi scheme that provides health insurance on a scale which is much larger than most states, how do you project it to people? How do you take up issues related to price rise? I am told in the next few days he's going to slash petrol duties on petrol prices by a large amount. So you'll suddenly find Ashok Gehlot trying to create new talking points, small videos. He's even got a social media team aggressively putting out videos.
Rozgar Mela.
So I think suddenly you have the Congress recognizing the importance of running campaigns that are far more localized, empowering state leaders. I see that as their template across the states. It may not be uniformly successful, but at least they seem to have a playbook in mind. Even candidate selection, announcing them much earlier, preparing for them much earlier, doing it on the basis, you say, of internal surveys, not necessarily the usual faction fighting. So, as a final point, it's almost a surprise. In all these three states which are going to the polls, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, the Congress's internal faction fighting this time seems less than the BJP's. The BJP still doesn't know what to do with Vasundhara Raje in Rajasthan. Shivraj Singh Chauhan suffers to some element from a fatigue factor, and there are people sniping against him both below and above. And in Chhattisgarh, the BJP hasn't been able to work out a post-Raman Singh leadership. So I think in a strange way, while the Congress will still find it tough to take on the BJP's battle-hardened machine, at the center, in states, the Congress is getting its act together.
Rashid Kidwai, is there now a cohesive plan, and which possibly is borrowed from what went down in Karnataka? Because we've been on multiple debates, Rashid, with you, with Rajdeep, where during the Karnataka poll, we are like, okay, is this the moment that the Congress is going to implode? Is this going to happen now? They ran a stunning campaign in Karnataka where they kept their lot together, made the campaign hyper-local, where guarantees were the focus, deliverables were the focus, candidate selection, very interesting, no favoritism, no factionalism, but ultimately on internal surveys, all of that. What are you picking up from your sources within the Congress, Rashid?
Yes, I think, Preeti, you are right about the, a kind of confidence and gung-ho in the Congress camp relating to this coming elections. But I am not so sure. I was hearing very attentively to my friend Rajdeep Sardesai, but I am not too sure about, the political arithmetic getting it right in Rajasthan, where there is a huge factional fight. If you go to Jaipur, you go to Udaipur, you go to, Jaisalmer, any town of Rajasthan, you hear the story of Ashok Gehlot versus Sachin Pilot.
Right.
And the past track record of Mr. Gehlot has not been very impressive in the sense that twice he became Chief Minister in 1998 and 2013. Both times the Congress ended up losing, badly. So he has not led Congress to victory. So this is something that I think the Congress has to get its act together in Rajasthan. But yes, in Madhya Pradesh, where there is a kind of Congress is working as a great, in a cohesive manner. They have got a lot of plans, and even the surveys are showing that the Congress has has a head start.
Right.
And some of the polls are also saying that.
But Rashid, if one is to go by internal surveys, where I would reckon the point that even Rajdeep was making, which you disagree with, is drawn from the fact that in terms of popularity of the incumbent chief of Rajasthan, Gehlot, it's drawn at the back of internal surveys. It's the Rozgar Mela. It is, a cylinder which is still at 500 rupees in Rajasthan, while it's over 1,000 rupees across the country. Where it's electricity, where he's gone 2 steps ahead of the Aam Aadmi Party, and all of that now publicized in a manner where it's reflecting in internal surveys.
I'm glad, Preeti, you raised this point. See, for any incumbent government, whether it's Ashok Gehlot government or Shivraj Singh Chauhan government, if you give a lot of doles in the last year of your tenure, see, then it's not been very effective. All this thing about that Labharti thing, I think is exaggerated. If you look at Rahat camps and all, people, it's a media management or some terms of optics.
Okay.
The fact of the matter, people ask that Ashok Gehlot has been Chief Minister for 5 years. If people could not get 2 square meals, if they had to walk, 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers in a state like Rajasthan and go to Rahat camp to get, food and other this thing, it raises a big question mark. The same thing is about Shivraj Singh Chauhan saying about Ladli Behna scheme and all. Because in the routine, mechanism, if the state is not been able to deliver, then it raises a big question mark. I may be wrong, but that's how I look at it.